Hi, John from the Historic Game Shop here. In this second video explaining historic dice games, I'm going to concentrate on 3 more of the 10 games published in Alfonso X's Book of Games. Alfonso X, also known as Alfonso the Wise and Alfonso the Great, was king of Castile, León and Galicia, and had translated from an Islamic manuscript a book of games to which he had added contemporary illustrations of games being played. The book contained 10 dice games, some simple and some more complicated. In the first video I described the first 6 games, which were the simplest. Here I will describe the following 3, which are a tad more complicated. The first of these games Alfonso calls a variation on Triga. I described Triga in the previous video, but this game is not really anything like Triga, but a different game altogether. It's a game for 2 players using 3 dice. Bets are placed at the start. Player 1 rolls 3 dice as many times as necessary to roll a middle number, which are the numbers 7 through to 14, but in specific combinations. Here they are in this table. Player 2 does the same, but must have a different combination if rolling the same number. If player 2 rolls the same combination, he loses. If both players after this have different combinations, they then take turns to roll the 3 dice. If they roll their combination again, they win, but if they roll their opponent's combination, they lose. The second of these games is called Marlotta and is a simplified version of the variation on Triga I have just described. Again, this is a game for 2 players with 3 dice and bets are placed at the start. Player 1 rolls the 3 dice as many times as necessary, aiming to get a number from 7 to 14, but this time in any combination. Player 2 does the same, but loses if he rolls the same number, even if a different combination. If both players at this stage have different middle numbers, they take turns in rolling the dice to roll their number again and winning, or rolling their opponent's number and losing. final game I shall describe here is known as Panquist. It's a game for 2 players using 3 dice. Player 1 rolls, while Player 2 places 4 coins on the table. Player 1 rolls the 3 dice as many times as necessary to get a nick or middle number, again a number from 7 to 14, in any combination. Once he has done this, he rolls again to establish a nick or middle number for his opponent. Once the nicks or middle numbers are established, Player 1 rolls the dice again, as many times as necessary to get either his or his opponent's nick or middle number. He wins with his nick and loses with his opponent's. The amount won depending on the combination of numbers rolled. The numbers are shown in this table. Now, let's see how a couple of rounds play out. The betting system in this game, as suggested in the manuscript, which is that a player not rolling the dice stakes 4 coins, while the other rolls the dice to win the coins, doesn't seem to work, since the player betting could equally win 1 or more of the coins he staked in the first place. A better system might be that each player stakes 2 coins. They each take it in turns to roll and win or lose, staking 2 coins each round. Any coins not won in a round accumulate, and are won when a player rolls a Panquist number. Thank you for watching this video. Our next video will conclude our look at Alfonso the Great's dice games, with a look at hazard both from his book of games and at hazard played in the 17th and 18th centuries. If you would like to subscribe to the Historic Game Shop channel, you can receive updates on when our latest videos are released. See you soon.